Hello and welcome everyone to our new game show, Hivemind. I am your host, Gormizer, and it's going to be an incredibly fun day. We just did a test round of this, and I am excited to bring it to you. But to get this game started, to get everything rolling, we have to introduce. We have a panel, and we have some contestants, so let's go ahead and walk over, listen to, and find out who these contestants are going to be. For today, it is none other than Nick Keogh and Dave Olson. So how are you guys doing today?
Feeling great. Excited to be on the pilot of Hivemind.
Very excited.
Very excited. Well, Nick, you had the fortune. Well, actually, I guess Dave won the coin toss. He chose to go second.
No, I have the noble honor of kicking off this.
Being able to go
series.
first.
I
So
deferred,
you
let's be clear.
are going to you're going to be choosing a
Deferred to
prompt,
the second half. All
A
right.
or B, and your goal after I give it to you, it's fill in the blank, is to match as many people on our panel as possible. But before we get to that, well, you think
Well, who are they?
real hard on A or B, we're going to go ahead and come over here and introduce who's on the panel today. And well, you should recognize them again if you've watched the Green Room podcast, listen to it, or just watch any of our content in general. Finch, Aggro, Hindu, and F. all sitting around. How are y'all doing today?
Great.
Very excited. I'm here to troll.
Gore, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah, I'm just checking in on
The
my
test
butt.
round really reinvigorated my confidence in how this is going to go. A little bit quiet from Tom, though.
I'm a quiet guy.
For now.
Oh, yeah?
Notoriously.
I'm
yeah.
waiting for that to come through, but we're going to have to see as the round goes on how quiet he does stay. So, Nick, you've had a little bit of time to think. A or B?
I'm gonna go with B.
You're going to go with B. All right. Now, this
These
one.
nuts. Am I right? I'm looking.
Alrighty.
Nick and I
Power start. Power start.
So I just
All right.
lose, right?
Yeah, no, actually, he did. That's,
Thanks for
that's-
watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Counting it up, I'm pretty sure that was 4 points. I don't know if I saw Hindu cheering, so maybe only.
No, there
3.
was definitely
Either
no
way,
fucking cheering for that. Nope.
This is the fun one.
I forgot the level of language. I'm apologizing now. Sorry.
It's okay.
Thank God for a pilot episode. Eh?
Just before we start, bees nuts?
Yeah, it was close enough.
Well, hive mind, hive, bees, nuts. There we go. See?
Quiet
Solid.
guy, by the way.
He got
Everyone's
there.
in the right mindset for this one as we're going forward. But
Right, Hivemind.
here's your prompt.
All right.
So while she was learning fire magic, Imani burned her blank. Did everyone over here hear that? So while she was learning her fire magic, Imani burned
Okay.
her blank.
Lore-wise, ice under control already.
Yeah.
Working on fire.
For me, yes.
Burned her blank.
I don't know who
Got
that
it.
is. If it's supposed to be someone.
She's a
but-
champion
She
in
can,
paladins. Yeah.
she can use fire.
Yeah, I guess that much. I was like, we got really detailed about stuff, and I'm like, well,
learn, she can use
Don't worry, there's one in the next round.
I gotta write it.
That'll
I gotta
be
write
for
it down here, though.
You've gotta
right?
write it down.
Okay, gotcha.
While she was
Imani.
learning fire magic,
oh.
Imani burned her blank.
I'm done.
What already?
Yeah.
Finch, you're the anchor
Wait,
here.
what?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Tom hasn't started writing either.
She has like. Never mind.
What
I can't influence Nick.
No, you
pretty
cannot.
Keogh.
You can't do anything.
Okay.
Nick, I'm gonna take a gamble now.
Okay.
you like that one?
I like that
What
one.
did you
I like the way he's like skirting the issue.
I
I
don't
thought
even
you
know
were
what's
trying to
going
whisper
on.
something to me.
Yeah, I know. I thought you were trying to.
That's sweet.
That
Nothing's
question
in my
was
hand.
I don't know.
bait gore, and I'm not taking it.
this is the only
how
job
about
I
that?
which
ever
way out.
wanted
Yeah.
in life. Just so
Yeah,
you know.
let's
This
just sit down
is
and
the
write
only
words.
job I've ever wanted in life.
Very comfortable.
Sit here and write down words after a
Oh,
blank.
ding, by the way, my
Whichever
answer's
comes out of
in.
my
Yep.
mouth
Ding
first
from
would be
Finch.
my answer.
We're waiting on one more.
I feel like I'm gonna lean too innocent for
I
them.
can feel the
off the
creative
bat.
work coming through.
Yeah, writing isn't the best
they don't know,
thing
like,
in our
too much.
repertoire for the most part, I guess. So
They don't know too much about
I
Imani
actually
for like
really
any of their
that
answers
answer.
to be
I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that one out.
funny as a result of
couldn't
them
really
being
work.
made out of Imani.
All right. So Nick,
Yeah.
while she was learning her fire magic, Imani burned her.
Well, I'm trying to think. These guys' level of Imani clearly given Hindus.
I'm there, Nick. You and
Assume
I.
that what
I am
I know
not
about
there with
Imani
any of
is that she's a woman that knows
no
fire
inkling.
magic. That's what I can tell you.
What did you
Prompt
say?
gave
That's
you
what I
everything you
guessed.
needed to know.
All he knows is that it's a woman who can utilize fire magic. Is there? That's the level of understanding we have here.
She burned her hair.
She burned her hair.
I was gonna say that, I didn't.
All right. Well, I guess
Finch,
that's
you
one point that you already
Oh,
don't have.
oh no, sorry, I ruined it already. Oh.
Either way, Finch,
Doesn't know how the show works. That's
we're
fine.
gonna come over to you.
It goes to me
Yeah.
first. Okay.
She burned her what?
Burned her hair. Let's go, Nick.
Done.
Easy for Finch. Zoom in on it.
That's
go,
gonna be
baby.
one on the
Love
board.
it.
I don't think that I got enough credit here for understanding what Imani does, because doesn't her ult involve a dragon? She would burn
For
her
what it's
dragon
worth,
with
I
her
would
fire.
have said
She
that.
is
It
a
doesn't-
dragon.
it's
No,
not
she
worth anything,
controls
but I
the
would have
dragon.
said-
Doesn't is Amani the dragon,
Yeah.
or does she control it?
Her
controls the
ultimate
dragon.
is
She controls it.
She controls it. She is not the dragon. Thank you very much.
I would have said that for what it's worth.
Let's go,
Which
Dave.
is
You
exactly
and
0 points since
Come on.
it's not my round.
Hindu, I
Well,
think,
we
has
know
some-
you didn't write hair.
No.
not hair.
Good job doing the show right.
So I was like, well, if it's a girl who's got fire, right, she's probably got a pet, like a cat or something. But she's probably younger, so it's not a cat.
Don't write
But
that word.
Nick might go ruder as well. So I'm gonna go with she burnt her kitty. It covers a lot of bases, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for that reason,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Wait, so Gore, in this
Says
scenario,
the
you are the
dragon?
judge also, right?
Yes.
No, I mean it's just did you match? I
gotcha.
mean, kitty is not hair. If you're wondering if that was
What
the
if it's
question
close?
that you were trying to implicitly.
What if there's a
ask me.
double entendre afoot?
I
Who
think
breaks
that's
that tie?
That is the
attempt.
bit here. Yeah.
So I actually avoided the double entendre.
Me too,
When you
yes.
said burned her, I immediately thought of the parable of the burning bush, but I thought that might be too risque. But at the same point, would that count? Would if I never?
Parent bush?
So I said burned her dinner because I'm hungry.
That's not a bad answer either. I actually kind
You
of like
got a
that.
point
Tom.
though.
Well, I was
You got
going
a
to say,
point.
out of 4, you did at least match one.
I
You
ain't
got a
mad at that.
25%
Dude, that might
match
be. You
rate.
might have locked it up already, honestly.
Not if Dave and I continue on our wavelength.
That's true.
Yeah, Dave, lock in. baby.
Can
in
you
the same
burn a
frequency
dragon? Has a dragon
Yes.
ever been burned?
I thought they were like immune to fire.
Look at the Khaleesi. That's my whole thing.
Oh, you're right. That one example of a dragon.
That's
in
it.
All of dragon, like.
Well, this
Yeah.
dragon does breathe fire itself,
Yeah,
right?
it's
I
not like
imagine
an
it's
elemental
pretty
dragon of some
comfortable
other
with-
variety.
Yeah,
it is
Listen,
a,
I'm
it is
saying
a
it got
flame-based
singed,
dragon.
All right, I'm not saying
Nah.
it burned up. I'm saying it got a little singed.
Well, Gormizer said burned, not singed.
Yeah, he did.
yeah, but like I'm not saying
So-
like burned into
What's
oblivion.
the next
Thank you.
prompt?
Thank
Gore?
you.
This is actually going to be great for Dave. Dave, you get prompt A here.
Oh, perfect.
And this one's a little easier, I think, for everyone who might
Dave,
not
if
know
you
the
want
game.
to cheat,
Oh, good.
Johnny always blanks when he's nervous. What? Johnny always blanks when he's
Oh,
nervous.
now where is Dave's mind gonna go?
Dave, connect with us real quick. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, send us some psychic energy if you
meld
could,
them.
there,
Yeah.
Dave.
What you're starting to feel is a good
Okay.
reason.
Yeah, Image.
I'm getting a little bit over on my end.
Image.
Yeah.
I'm sensing an M or a D
little
or
higher.
an S.
Wow,
Am I
wow,
close?
wow, wow,
Hindu Man brought a Ouija board.
I was just channeling my psychic powers more than anything
Gore,
else.
can I hear it again?
Johnny always blanks when he's nervous.
This is open-ended.
I'm done.
It's very open.
That
Aggro is
that
quick
could be a
on the
statement
draw.
in and of
That's
itself.
right.
Johnny always
blanks
I
when he's
trust
nervous.
my
Yeah.
gut.
Blanks
So he
I
gets
just let my
nervous,
first
and he
blank with blank.
some things.
Meta.
It's
You know.
very open-ended.
Yeah. There's a lot of things.
So does
could
Johnny.
be- yeah. There's a lot of things Johnny could be doing. That's all.
I
I'm
almost
saying.
feel like the test prompt had too much direction, and I misled a lot of people as to how
that's
this game
fine.
was going to
No,
go.
no, we got this. We got this.
We're in there.
This is good.
Have you locked in yours as
Oh,
well?
yes, sir.
Ding.
Easy,
Finch is
easy.
done.
Now we're waiting again.
Tom takes a
Wow.
while to put pen to paper.
I do.
Boy.
I like it though because once the
true
answer comes
artist.
through,
If you say it was live, he'd be done already. Like he'd be ready. Next section.
that's
anyway.
also an applicable answer though. That is
Okay.
true as to what happens. All right, Dave.
Is it dinner again?
So we've been coming through.
He dinners.
Johnny always blanks when he's nervous. What does Johnny always do?
Johnny always poops when he's nervous.
That's tough.
He poops himself when he gets
Nervous
nervous.
poops. Can respect
It is
Dave,
worse.
Dave, you want to go again, bud? You want to get another try, King? Or you really want to? You want?
Yeah, let's. It's
locking in poop.
I'm locking it in. Final answer.
Final
Oh,
answer.
man.
Feeling a little nervous for you over here.
Yeah, no.
As far
Yeah,
as
you're
I
right.
can tell.
Don't pull a Johnny.
Yeah, believe it or not, I don't have poop written down. I said Johnny always sweats when he's nervous. Johnny always
That's
sweats.
pretty standard.
Yeah, I wrote an answer down.
Yeah. I almost said sweats. Instead, I went with something that could be construed because a small percentage of the time when you fart, you could end up pooping.
I say close but no cigar. No! It's not pooping.
We're all right. We're close.
Well, in that
We're
case,
close.
your poop cigar continues because I also did the same thing.
You said farts?
I said farts too.
Nice.
It's like
There was
halfway
points
there.
out here then.
That's
Yeah.
halfway there.
I'll be
But
honest, I
that's-
didn't
those are
expect
both
double
0.5,
farts from
so I
this
get
one.
one
Of all the
total.
things that I thought when this prompt was written, it did not come up with double farts.
I went. I tried to connect with Dave, and I went
Yep.
with what Dave does when he's nervous, which is cries.
Ugh. Yeah,
Does
but we're
Dave
talking
do
about
that?
Johnny.
He was
Dave
bald
cries.
before we did this episode. What are you talking about? His eyes have barely
Your
dried.
makeup looks great, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't feel bad. You're only down
Oh, you
one,
got
man.
it down. You
Hey,
must
Gord,
watch
can
a
you
lot
give
of
me a
crying
score
girls on
check?
reality
Yeah.
TV.
So, as it happens to turn out, at the end of round 1, Nick is, well, he's leading with 1 point over you, Dave. And, well, I'm going to go ahead and say, since you're the guy who has the least amount of points in the game,
word. All right.
you get to choose A or B going into the second round.
B. A is it's a trash pile.
Scuffed
A's
pile.
A is a trash pile, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
Scuffed
this
pile.
one, Finch will actually recognize, so
Okay.
this is maybe cheating a little bit. Either way, so your jungler hasn't ganked in 15 minutes.
Scum.
When he
Typical.
finally joins voice comms, he says, "Sorry guys, my blank was stuck."
That is a prompt I helped with.
So
That's a
your
good prompt.
jungler hasn't ganked in 15 minutes. When he finally joins voice comms, he says, "Sorry guys, my blank was stuck."
Since
can
this
tell
was
this
my
is a
prompt, I've
thinker.
thought about this. I have an answer. I've thought about it. So I'm ready to go on this one. There's a lot of good answers to this.
There's
There's a lot of good answers to this.
Boy, this is a toughie.
What-
Easy. Who's
more
got this
time?
one?
Dave.
Dave.
Shit, he's gonna get this wrong.
Handyman, remember
right.
the show we're on.
So
Come
Finch,
on.
when he finally joins voice comms, he says, "Sorry, my blank was stuck."
Okay.
Just because you
I have
asked.
no idea.
A normal person would guess mine, but
I have no clue.
Normal.
what
I'm
gets
Dave,
stuck
how do you
now.
feel about the shade being thrown at you right now? A normal person would guess this.
mean,
I wasn't saying in
Here's
a
mine.
bad way.
I
Like,
have
know.
nothing but blank in my
Here's
head
mine.
right now. So
All right.
that's
He's
I'm
not
ready.
going to say that.
It looks like everyone has finished.
Oh,
All right, so
God.
Dave, your jungler hasn't ganked in 15 minutes. You've had plenty of time to think of this.
No, I haven't.
When he finally joins voice comms, he says, "Sorry guys,
I love Dave.
my blank was stuck."
Can I think more?
I will give you 10 more seconds. I'm counting to 10 in my head and out loud. 1.
I'm gonna say
2.
penis at the end of this 10 seconds. I'll just say penis
Well,
now.
there you go. So
No, Hindu, you can't start writing again.
he's gonna say,
Wait, flip your sheet back to the
Hang on, guys. Dave
gonna
is nervous.
say,
Let's see what he does. Is he going to fart, cry, or poop? Or fart. It's all the above over here, guys.
Yeah, clear the area.
I want to throw this out there. Before we actually started recording, we said that it was going to be slightly higher brow than just penis jokes. Turns out not.
Yeah,
Quite.
That's our
we got
stand-
time
that's
to-
our
we got
All right,
time to
format.
grow.
Finch. Sorry, guys. My what was stuck.
Sorry, guys, my what was stuck. So let's be honest. The guys that come in voice comms, no help anyway, right?
Wait, he didn't give an answer yet.
Well,
Yeah, he didn't give an
He
answer.
did.
He said
Penis.
penis.
I said penis.
Oh, you're just okay.
That
What?
was a
That's what
trash
you
answer.
said?
What?
That's a horrible guess.
I don't know. I don't know. Play
think of
Smite.
something else.
I've asked
Do
him.
you play anything?
My shift key was stuck. Or
That's
something?
a
Come
better
on.
answer.
All right,
you go.
my
It's
shift
better
key
and
was
still
stuck.
horrible.
Much
There you
better.
go.
Much better.
My
I
shift
will
key was
allow
stuck.
one shade.
Shout out to I hold
Just
shift.
because penis was pretty bad.
He's close, but I said W key was.
Oh God!
Because that's
Keys
how
in
you
it.
go forward.
Judge,
W
keys in
key.
it. Does he not get a point for
W key.
Oh.
W and shift are not the same.
Yeah, W's a button you use.
What if I was less specific and just said like keyboard or my?
I would have
key-
said
I
like
think-
my mic was stuck or
Well,
something.
you can't change your answer now. That's
W.
just against
Well,
the.
listen, when
Putting a lot of
sometimes when things are going well for me, it's because my brain worms are acting up a little bit, and as such, my brain was stuck. in
that's
the
good.
off position.
That's a good one.
I really like that answer.
Mine
in the
was
off
too when
position.
trying to answer this question.
That's right. You know what I mean.
Mine was the F6 key. Was stuck. Otherwise, what we missed at the end of the sentence was, otherwise I would have pressed it 5 minutes ago.
Got it.
F6 is surrender. in
You know
Smite.
what? My
That's
thought was
why
actually
when I
covering
wrote
the
it
last
and I went, oh no, it's Dave, he's not going to get this because he doesn't know the F6 key.
You knew it was Dave the whole time.
I never,
messed up,
I never
okay?
quit games.
He
so
chose joke over match, and that's fine.
I'm not a
I
coward.
stick it out to the end.
I'm a caster before a player, right? So I didn't exactly answer this correctly in retrospect.
There's
But
no
I
wrong answers.
I went realistic. I said my spectator was stuck.
We're not allowed to touch that one, are we?
All right, I
will
guess we're
say there's
veering
like
away.
half synergy. I got poop, but then 2 farts.
Yeah.
Shift key and then 2
Got two
other
keys.
Two other
got
keys.
two
So
keys.
I'm like
yeah.
almost.
You're like
Honing in.
just
we're
on
honing
the
in on
cusp
it.
I'm
of
almost.
being
The
able
thought
to get
process
yourself
thing.
one
Instead of
point.
a half point, don't you have a regular just point?
Yeah, I got one whole ass
Yeah,
point.
that's pretty good.
That's
See,
like you playing SNES baseball against any of us. You get
By the way, I stole home against
No
John
way.
he stole home. My catcher had the. Oh, sorry. It's fine.
All right. I know the energy they're playing with over there now. So, unfortunately, there are no half points. So, Dave, you're still sitting at 0.
I am.
Otherwise, you might have been able to tie up. Nick, you have 1 point. You get the A prompt for this one.
All right.
So, the surgeon said, "The man I'm operating on must be a magician. When I reached in to pull out his appendix, I got a blank instead.
Okay.
Ooh.
So the
That's
surgeon
easy.
said
This is points for Nick.
the man
better be
I'm
points.
operating on
This should be
must
4
be
points.
a magician.
It should be 4
I feel
points.
4 points here.
When I reached in to pull out his appendix, I got a blank instead.
I'm done.
I would also like
I'm not gonna change my
potential
answer, but let me see.
backstories as to how this
not
guy
gonna-
got this inside his body,
I'm wrong
but it
then.
might get too graphic.
What? You're gonna be different than mine? Mine's the obvious one. Yeah, Hindu's on the same page as me.
Oh no.
Did you go?
I don't like what I'm seeing over there, brother.
Okay.
One of the answers at least.
There's a clear division already. I'm getting at most 2 points from this.
Just so you
At
know,
most.
just so you know, it's not those that they pull out either.
That's not even right.
No, it's not.
Great.
All right. Sounds like it's going to be a fun one for you. The surgeon said the
I don't
man
know where
I'm
you're going
operating
now.
on must be a magician. When I reached in to pull out his appendix, I got a blank instead.
A rabbit.
A rabbit.
God damn it.
Nick, that is a very foreboding start to the round. I haven't even seen any answers, but I have a strong feeling this is not going to start off the way last time.
No, I'm not going 4 for 4 here.
Listen, I hate to pull a Hindu man on this and reveal that I didn't write the right answer. I wrote down scarf, guys. And I have reasons.
What are they?
Because
Snowman?
they pull out.
That's a clown, dude.
That's a
like the
handkerchief.
clown.
The
handkerchief.
it's not a scarf that they're
No,
doing.
they don't. They're not trying to get warm in the winter, Finch.
Sorry about that, guys. It's not
That's
scarf.
easy
That's
either.
on me. I'll
That's
take
kind
the
of like
L.
inherently
Together
more
they
of the
might make a
clown
sort
thing,
of
right?
scarf.
I didn't
Just
say
pull it
magician
out.
still, right?
Yeah, that's
So-
not a magician.
We did. We
too,
did
I
now.
Slightly higher brow than the bottom we've gone.
Yeah, that's true. Nick, enjoy your second point because rabbit is the
There we go.
obvious answer. I mean, it's just
You want
obvious.
to make it 3?
There you go,
Because
Nick.
I also went for rabbit as well.
And me, I said a table of contents because an appendix is sort of like a table of contents.
That's actually a pretty sick
That's
joke.
pretty good. That's
If you
good.
had,
That's good.
You didn't listen to the rest of the prompt.
If it's not
That's
the
a sick
right
joke.
answer,
Oh,
it may as
some
well be a
scarf
good
boy over there complaining about other
I'm
people.
saying his was good.
No, you went, especially but you didn't listen to the context. I'm like, well, you just pulled a
you
I
scarf
listened to
out.
context,
triple
but
the
me.
amount of points.
You like that one, Dave?
I was being polite.
All right, Dave, you got to go big here, dude. 3 out of 4 at least.
That's a cake prompt.
Dave,
Everyone
you get a
said that.
cake, Dave.
I'm gonna
be
let you
fair.
know both of these prompts are neutral to no. They are allegiance to no game.
Okay.
So no matter what you choose, you will
Frankly,
decide
I had a
that either way.
paladin specific prompt with a bunch of smite guys. So
Dave, just literally tell me what to write. I got you.
Got it. All right, word. Well, that's only
right.
good for one of the 3 points I need, so everyone else
Well,
better be on
The
board.
good news is you
you
can still
could
catch
give
him.
him the- it
He's
still
not
wouldn't do
so
it.
far out of there that this
True.
round is meaningless for you.
All
So
right, I need all 4 of you to have some synergy. Yeah.
you get to choose
A for me this time.
A for you this time.
Yeah.
All right. I can't remember what A says. Doesn't matter. I have it written down. Mary said, "John, that wasn't the garbage you threw out. That was my blank."
Oh, no. There's no chance all 4 of us get the same answer here. There is no way.
This is too open.
Hey, Dave, want to cheat?
Yeah. I just don't want 0.
I'm gonna stand
hear
like
it again?
right about here.
Can I hear
to
it
make sure I'm
can I
blocking
hear it
as
again?
much
Can I hear it
vision as I
again?
can? Mary said, "John, that wasn't the garbage you threw out. That was my blank." Okay. There's so many things that Mary could own. What is it
But they have to fit into a garbage bag.
that
right?
John threw out?
Like,
Are you thinking of something that wouldn't?
kinda.
Everything fits in a garbage bag if you know what you're doing.
How does that ever make
That-
sense?
Hindu man has cut
Hindu
up
man.
humans.
I need to
That's
put a-
all that
he is
Hindu
a-
man, I need to put a
legitimate
car in a garbage bag.
Look at the answer.
I see that.
Yeah.
I need to put a car in a garbage bag. How do I do it?
Same way I'm going to put this in the garbage bag.
They are vastly different.
Who said anything about garbage bag? Didn't say anything
that
about
does not
garbage bags.
sound very, very
You
good.
throw it out.
Just
Yeah, I
so
think I'm
you
in a little
know.
bit of
Dave, give
This
me
might
just
be-
a bit of.
Well,
Don't give
I
me an answer,
like-
but let's lock in, okay?
Looking at the eyes.
said you want to lock lips with Dave.
Whoa.
Not
I
on
mean, I
this
didn't
show.
say it, but like, come on.
Why? What's
That's
wrong
what
with
your
that?
eyes are saying on their own.
Not on Hive Mind.
What's wrong with that?
Word.
Prompt one more time, please.
Mary said, "John, that wasn't the garbage you threw out. That was my blank."
Finch, connect with me. Come on, there's an easy one.
I saw what you wrote, so I can't
Oh, you
write
did?
that. Yeah.
Ah,
Sorry.
And now I have answers for this that no one else would ever say. So this is why I'm not on the show. Because it would be the worst case scenario for
Really?
everyone involved.
Would you say
There'd be no
my
matches.
answer, Gore?
no, you
No.
can see that. You showed.
see it.
You just showed it.
But
I didn't see it.
Gord,
You-
this
you
is
wanna
my
get where
answer.
I am?
I like that one. I like that one.
Did you see it?
No.
I like
Good.
that
I
one.
wish I did.
All right.
Dave,
This is a good
Dave,
answer.
bad news, dude. You lost.
Yeah, I did.
They are. I can guarantee There's some different answers over there, Dave.
All right, perfect. So automatically.
Dave, do me a favor and match even one, bud. Even.
I have. Never mind.
Mary said, John.
We're gonna argue the rules of the game here. Go ahead.
That wasn't the garbage you threw out. That was my what?
I mean, the simple answer is wedding ring. So I'm gonna say wedding ring.
I was gonna say wedding ring. That'd be depressing. I think you'd be a bad husband if you threw out your wife's wedding ring. Speaking as a husband,
Yeah.
I can actually say that now.
Guys,
That's weird
I
to me.
said aw because I think Dave's not so good at this. And I'm sad
I
about
said
it.
shift key. You said W key. He
Well,
said
that's
F6
that's
key.
close. You're right. That's
I said
close.
poop.
Yeah,
poop,
you know
said
what? They
fart.
all have at least one
gonna be
thing
hung
in
up
common,
on this for a
but
while.
not the right thing in common. to get
So
points.
I think that he threw out her underwear is what happened here. Underwears was my answer that I wrote down. Yeah.
I can see that.
Dave,
Dave,
you
I
must
can
not
start
have
to see the
seen
sweat.
Toy Story 3 recently because he
Have
didn't
not.
throw out her garbage. It was her collection of childhood toys.
Oh.
Is what I
Is that
wrote
what Toy Story 3
Is Toy Story 3
Am I bad
sadder
at this, or are
than
you guys
Up
bad at
or
this? How-
Finding Nemo?
how does this
at all?
work?
No, Up is the saddest of those three movies, I think. But
How do you feel, Finch?
I'm not going to take the. It's Finding Nemo, but I'm not going to take the bait.
collection of childhood
Nick, would
toys.
you have said collection of childhood toys?
If he had watched Toy Story 3 recently, he probably would have.
Hindu,
How recently have you watched Toy Story 3?
Within the last 2 weeks.
Oh, okay, so that actually makes a little more sense. I was gonna say, like, if you watched it 6 months ago and you're just like, yeah, Toy Story 3,
That's what
man.
I'm saying.
No, like within a month for sure.
Within a
Appealing
month.
to the married
Is that me?
man on the
Yeah.
panel here.
All right, Hindu.
It was her mother that he threw out.
Jesus Christ.
I actually really like that one.
Think about it. Yeah, see?
Jesus
See?
Hopefully Katie
Chop,
doesn't watch
chop.
this episode after you said that one, Gore. I don't know.
No, hopefully Katie's mom doesn't watch this episode.
Well played.
And a direct piggyback off of that, I said, you didn't throw out the garbage, you threw out Hindu Man's answers.
They are trash.
Now,
But before that one,
I need to appeal
did
here.
edit.
Oh.
I did
You
edit.
need to-
At first, it was Hindu Man's Elo.
See the panel I'm dealing with?
How's Elo?
How's a guy supposed to get any points around this place?
Hey, you know, it's
Hindu Man's all like, oh, I play Geb every game. Oh, and I can't.
Oh, Kim the corner.
I'm getting shit told by 2 silvers right now, and that's really entertaining.
Come
It's
on,
gold
Platt.
5.
Yeah, Platt. Come on, let's
Gold
be-
5.
Give me some respect.
Put some respect on their name. That's what
Put
they
some
want.
Well,
respect
just
on
rub
that.
some salt in the wound. All right, no, double me up.
All right,
Or
Nick,
you can't double up 0, but
this is the one I was really hoping. I think, Dave, if you
I
had
undefeated
round?
you infinitesimally.
if you had
yes.
gone with this one, I genuinely think you could have tied it up. So it's very unfortunate you chose Dave.
Do we give Dave another one? Give him a chance.
No.
Yeah, that one.
Yes.
we should not.
Give David another.
Do we
I
want
think
to?
we do.
I think
I'm gonna be
okay
this.
with
I'm
that.
gonna leave
We
this
can
to you.
both-
You're
clearly got
we
the
can
win.
both- It's
do it
Nick's
together.
question. We'll both he'll
Joint
give an answer.
prop.
I'll give an answer, and then
Yeah.
we can.
That'll
maybe
be
get
fun.
points.
That'll be fun. Herman's blank looks like a prune.
Excuse me?
What?
Herman's blank looks like a prune.
What's up?
Gore, you're baiting me. You can't. You're baiting me.
I wrote this earlier on for the test episode. Like, what?
Wait. One more time, Herman's.
Herman's blank looks like a prune.
All right.
That was
I mean,
the moment of contemplation into the full on writing down.
I'm taking the bait.
Okay.
Dibs on penis, Dave.
I've written my answer. Ding for Finch.
Ding for Finch.
I won't write the word scrotum, but
I thought about it. I really thought about it. Here's what.
aggro is like, well.
Do you take the low hanging fruit? The low hanging fruit.
Come on now, buddy.
I've already decided I'm
also
writing
the
that down.
answer.
It's just a matter of which phrasing I'm going to use. Which is the least
Yeah.
offensive between.
I got gum on my shorts. Want to see?
Jeez Louise.
All right, we're just going to go.
And for that one moment, after I was transported back to middle school, all was well again.
Hindu, you got your answer written down. It looks blank
Yeah.
over there, bud.
Yes.
Oh, it's turned over. Okay.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
this what you went with?
No. I'm not as uncouth as you, gentlemen.
See, what I'm
I don't
interested
know
to
why.
see is what you're going to write, because I know you've been writing slightly, well, not slightly, very different answers. And I like that one.
Yeah, Tom's brain's different.
That's accurate.
Now, if I go with a literal sense, that's not going to be a match, but it's still a funny answer. So over here, Herman's blank looks like a prune, and you've opted to joint answer this because otherwise Nick is going to win and you're going to look like silly.
Looks silly anyway.
Well, Nick should get the first answer, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Nick should absolutely give the first one.
Look
And
how
then
cool
we're going to
Nick
get
looks.
Dave's before
He's
we go
just
over there.
cool.
So we
He's
know
just so like sitting.
Herman's penis.
Herman's penis. Dave?
Is
Are you gonna-
technically his sack seperat from the penis?
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Yes,
is
I would
Alright,
say.
then-
Is it being chinned?
Not,
folks
not
at home,
the
chin
moment.
my sack, that's
There
Dave's
is the
classic.
potential for some chinning later on, but I'll go with the other half of the reproductive organ down there.
The other half.
Or
Okay.
2/3, I guess, however you want to look at it.
Probably. I'm glad this was saved for the end. We can cut this if we need to. Either way, coming over
big
here.
ass balls,
So we're
man.
going,
That needs
going
to
to
be
give
cut.
it
Ball
Gore
two,
to
and then
Finch.
dung.
Herman's blank looks like a prune.
Gore, you told me this was, we were coming up from the gutter. So I went with a different answer. I said his head looks like a prune, is what I said. His
Which head?
Yeah, well, clarify.
Well, I said his head looks like a prune. And that's what I wrote.
Do with that what you will.
Yeah, that's up to you guys.
You're talking about the
that's
head
half
on
point.
a VCR, right?
Yep.
What?
Like
Who even? It's 2019. Don't mention VCRs.
I couldn't decide which one to go with, so I went for all three.
Well, I have good
Dave,
news.
that's 3 points.
Dave, that
point
is
for
gonna.
Dave.
But I'm only gonna count.
Wait,
as
what did you
one.
put down?
Testicle / ball slack.
went for all of it,
Ball
okay.
sack / nuts.
Ball slack, gotcha.
Ball
I-
slack.
There we
Slack.
go.
Hindu?
It's the new app.
The most normal answer. Nose. His nose looks
Oh.
like a prune.
Oh, that's
So
a
you two have seen
could
the
be
show.
there.
That's
I was-
right, yeah.
Well, we also like safe for TV. You know, I
true.
I
Hindu
filter
Man
it.
has sworn several times, by the
Yeah,
way.
I filter
Why are
it in.
this
You
is
know,
on
it
the
got better
internet?
as the time went on. Okay. Like,
I like this. I do say I think you need to say the phrase "make whoopee" like at least 5 more times in order to get that game show network feel. I said, what's his name?
Herman.
Herman.
I'm glad you asked.
Hindu Man had a visceral reaction.
I was like, what?
Herman's raisin. Because raisins look like prunes.
So
I don't actually know if I like his answer or his reaction to his answer more.
They're still trying to have a show, by the way, over there. We got to rein it in.
Been fighting for 3 points the whole game.
Well,
There's never been a 4th point on the table.
if we want to mix it up the way we did, technically, Dave, you got one.
I did.
Let's go, Dave.
And that's only because we had to give you the pity round. But
I
otherwise,
offered to cheat.
Nick here absolutely, well, I don't want to say thrashed, but he kind of thrashed you in every single round. So, Nick, how's it feel to be the first
it's about
champion?
the fun we had
of
along the
Hivemind?
way. You know, it's not the,
Yeah, I guess.
it's not the competition, man. I had a blast. I had
You
fun.
had a blast.
Good
Dave,
laughs.
Do you feel the same way? Was it about the laughs and not the fun?
No, it's going to take a while to get over, I think.
You know what
have
I
to go home, wallow a little bit.
That's okay. Good news for you. One day, maybe you can come back and try to redeem yourself. But that's going to do it for the first episode of Hivemind. Hopefully, you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave your feedback down in the comments. It's been great having this show come through. So we'll see you on the next episode.